Favorite player growing up?
Oh, man, I had so many.
I always say besides Michael Jordan because he's Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. I mean, that was my era of basketball.
I think every kid always looked up to Michael Jordan, but mine personally was Allen Iverson.
It was Allen Iverson because, you know, I'm from the Philadelphia area.
My favorite player growing up was my dad and Allen Iverson. Without a question, Kobe Bryant. Allen Iverson called me a shorty when I first met him. I was probably about like 5'6", 5'7". I was like, I'm not that much shorter than you. About your height.
And then just being a competitive, beast. It's one thing that made Kobe so great is how competitive he was. And I have that same edge.
I mean, there was Larry Magic. I mean, I was young, but, I caught a little bit of the end of it. But then there was Penny Hardaway. And Penny Hardaway was everything for me.
My favorite player growing up would definitely be Kevin Garnett. He's just an animal out there. He was an animal out there when he was in high school and growing up.
I was such a big fan of KG. It's hard for me to say it, because I'm still playing against him.
Favorite player growing up was Kevin Durant for sure.
And I really like also Hakeem Olajuwon.
Then there was Tim Duncan. I've always been a fan of Timmy.
And I also like Amari. When Amari was in Phoenix, I used to really watch him play. Him and Steve Nash was such a fun duo to watch.
Favorite player was my dad, Five Slammer Jammer, Michael Young. I do the left-hand dunk that he does in what he did all his whole career.
I was actually a huge Shaquille O'Neal fan.
Shaq, to me, is probably the most dominant player I've ever seen play.
Yeah, just a huge Shaq fan. I love his personality out there on the court, his toughness and everything, even though he wasn't in my same position, but I just was a huge Shaq fan.
They were having fun all the time. You had Shaq throwing up his hand signals, you had Little Penny, you had all the stuff and it was just great. And that was before the internet, that was before all the stuff, so you only saw it on TV, and it was great when you caught it.
I can't pick just one.